slight problem there. Do apologise for all technical difficulties that we had there. It sees here right now, V1 Jord going first in those 17, but it also looks like we've got a bit of a spin here with Carlson Arnold, who's crashed out here into Sector 2 here. I'll be putting him last as it stands right now. Oh, we see here Infinite having a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Ross Wales there. This also takes Ross Wales out of Sector 2 as well. 2 deaths there in Sector 2. Very, very bad. That's going to be very awkward to see here. For Infinite. Okay. So we do apologise for any technical difficulties on this stream. I do apologise very much if any problems are faced. Okay, we'll be going on board with the next person out, and it looks to be SV Caliber, who's setting a 1:16.1, a very, very impressive time here. My, what a time. They're going to be struggling to beat that one, I'm afraid. Okay, next person up. Looks to be Hypnotic coming onto his hot lap now, as we see. And Mr. Theo going onto his first lap here. Finishing up 2 different types of people here. Hypnotic starting his, while Mr. Theo ending it. What will he get here? It must be a 1:17. Very nice, taking 3rd in the grid on those mediums. Quite impressive indeed. Looks to be the next person coming on. Justona, Otona, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I do apologise. Coming on to the final bit of the Sector 3. Looking to be a 1:18, taking him 8th on the grid. Love to see it, people. Prune next, following by Caliber, is going to be onto his pit lap, I'm going to guess. Hitting a 1:18 also. Very, very nice. We look to have a bit of a spin here. Sector 1, Justona, and also Danky Day. Hypnotic, my apologies. Was just invalidated this time. Looks to be very, very promising that time as well. TXH Kraken also putting in a good time. So far on the grid, we have SV Caliber first, the 116, followed by V1 Job with the 117, both on softs, might I add. Then Mr. Theo and Nemec Gert, both on the mediums, coming in with both also 117.4 and 117.6. Very, very close times, looking to be very good. Then we also followed by that with Ditto and Kraken again. Oh, sorry, my apologies, Infinite on the soft with 117.6, and then followed by 6th and 7th, which is West Ditto and TXH Kraken on 118s again on those mediums. Very, very impressive from both of them. Just following right now, Slowest Kingers, looking to be a very fast time there, see if you can do well on Sector 3 here. Just on it. And Ross Wales bringing up the rear so far on the recorded times, both on softs with a 118.2 and a 118.4. The 117.029, very, very fast on those mediums. Taking him into second place. Quite impressive. I'm thinking we're going to have a good battle here between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Just like days of old before the Mercedes came in and took over along with the Red Bull. This looks to be a very interesting Q3 tonight of who will be taking pole. Looks to be City Prune also moving up the grid to a 5th place on the softs. A very good driver. Some serious changes on the grid. It looks to be most people are staying in the pits, such as Caliber, who's set a singular lap. Very impressive, along with some other people who have also done singular laps. But a 116 is very impressive, fastest I have seen here on Spain. City Prune coming into the pits. Many people come into the pits right now as it stands. A few people coming back out for their hot laps. My apologies. It's the hot laps then. Always mixed up in the jumble. Not leading the charge. Not a few people on track. Could have an easy here and have no traffic at all. If not, because it stands the only person on their hot lap. Can we see something impressive from him here? Looks like Slowest King's retired. Guessing he just believes his time's pretty good there. SV Caliber also on an outlap. Hoping to improve on his time, I guess. Very weird though, since he's got the fastest lap by a country mile, so to speak. But here he goes. Night Booch coming in to finish his hot lap. How will he start on the scoreboard here? On those softs as well. Good corner on the sector 3, very tight side of the grid, leaving himself off to the left hand side, quite nice. The 117.7 takes him 8th place, putting it just in front of Ditto and pushing him backwards. As it stands right now, people being eliminated is Ross, Carlson Arnold and Danky Day, also Just Honor. Danky Day looking to have a bit of a spin out there as we see. Oh, and we've just caught the crash off Just Honor, pushing too hard, like I said, in Sector 3. A very dangerous sector in my opinion. That's really going to ruin his race here and give TXH Kraken a bit of breathing room. No, there's only one more person that can take him out of Q3. So SV Caliber coming in to finish his second lap. Hoping to improve on his time, I guess. Very impressive already. Can he improve it? He can with a 1:15.8. That is the fast, folks. Oh my goodness. A 1:15.8 puts him even further away from slowest Kingers and really starting to show who is boss around these qualifying parts here. Danky Day looking to finish his hot lap here. Not Danky Day, sorry, Hypnotic coming into the pits. Danky Day starting his hot lap. West Ditto coming in to try and improve. He's selected the softs this time, hoping to improve on that time, get him a little bit further away from Final Day, and he does with a 4th place, just in front of his teammate who is coming around but has invalidated his lap. He's on his hot lap soon. TXH Kraken coming into the pits. I think he's realised that he doesn't have to worry too much anymore. After all he has to do now is put it in the pits and relax. I should be back in a second, folks. Okay, folks, it looks to be the end of Q2. SV Caliber, slowest Kingers in first and second as it stands right now. SV Caliber on the softs and slowest Kingers on the mediums. Followed up by Jord and Ditto, both on the softs. Equally going fast times here with 1:17.2 and 1:17.3s. But still a very impressive gap set by Caliber with a 1:15.8. Looking very good. I've just noticed that Infinite has got a 5-second grid penalty. That's really going to affect him here, with him starting 13th. So that'll be giving all these people here a very good increase. A lot of people going off their mediums as previously started and going onto the softs here, it looks like. Only a few people, TXH Kraken, Nemec Gurk, Theo and slowest Kingers all on the mediums here and looking to be hoping to go for a different strategy. Try and get the overcut on them. Very unlucky for Juston at Ross Wales and Carson Allen, who are all crashed out of Q2. Very unlucky. Bit of sip of tea. Okay, entering Q3, it is all to play for here, folks. Who will be taking that podium spot? My money is on SV Caliber, the man who has set fastest lap every single time so far. But could there be an upset here with Slowest Kingers also pulling up second? V1 Jord also equally fast. A few good people here, but although remember, even though they may start first, they may not finish it. Anything can happen in this race. As we've all been shown here, how many times it's been out, and it's looking to be both of the Alfa Romeos going out here first. West Ditto and Theo, followed up by V1 Jord in the Williams. Sadly his teammate was able to get through here. Then followed that by Kraken, playing second fiddle right now as it would be to his teammate, although he could bring in some serious points, doing well. While I've got a bit of time, I'll have a look at those constructors. Don't see it often with Williams and McLaren bringing up the first and second, followed by Alpine, Aston Martin. But it looks to be a very, very close fight between Aston Martin and Alpine, or Ferrari, sorry, and I add. But V1 Jord on his own tonight for the Williams. As you can see here, no incidences yet. And it looks to be the man setting the first time here is West Ditto on his hot lap. Will he do any good here? West Ditto starting to give his teammate a bit of a tow here, maybe not realising it, but that could be helping out his teammate very much, and West Ditto pulls aside to let Theo through. Maybe invalidated it. He did not. Just let him through out the kindness, maybe he was going faster or something. V1 Jord now starting to get a bit of a tow from Mr. Theo. Okay then. How will Mr. Theo do? Being very closely followed by V1 Jord. Sets a 1:16 here, and Jord sets a 1.168. 1:16.4 might add for. West Ditto coming in with a 1:27 here, and not a very good time there. Maybe some sort of tactic here, but it comes in with Kraken here, coming in for the third with a 1:17.2. Very impressive. Okay, our next person on the hot lap looks to be the seated prune. Oh, it looks to have a bit of a crash here. With a spin out, sorry. Some debris flying all over the place. Has Infinite just bumped his front wing? He has. Ripped it to shreds, I'm afraid. It's not going to be very good. Take a bit of time out of that pit, it will be awful. Seated Prune comes up 4th place there, overtaking West Ditto on a not very good time there, might I add. Looks to be West Ditto overtaking his teammate there. Oh, and he's had a bit of a spin here, it looks like. Straight into the gravel, bumping his rear end. That is not what we like to see here. Lee McGurk coming in with his first hot lap of Q3. Can he go anywhere near Mr. Theo here? Setting a third place, 117.17. Very impressive. Infinite here going into the pits after that horrible crash he received. Okay, it looks to be SVR Caliber. Oh! Slowest King has crashed here. The man that I said could do it, could push Caliber to the limit, has crashed out. That is very unlucky for him. What will SV Caliber do here though? A 1:15.9, not as good as Q2, but very impressive nonetheless. Almost half a second faster than his counterparts. Looks to be V1 Jord driving a bit slow there. But very unlucky for Slowest Kingers in the McLaren, crashing out. The man that could have pushed SVR Caliber to the limits in this qualifying has unfortunately crashed out. Okay. Some more people coming out onto the grid. Looks to be V1 Jord, followed up by, in front of him, with 3 cars coming out, Infinite, V1 Jord, and also West Ditto, looking to improve on his 1:17 time there. Hypnotic coming out for his first lap there. V1 Jord trying to... Not V1 Jord, obviously it's Hypnotic, my apologies everybody. West Ditto pulling out in front of Infinite, trying to get some good air, maybe hopes. Okay. Night Booch out on the fresh air in the Alpine. Can he do anything with it? Okay, and it's the start of the first hot lap, then followed by Ditto. Then followed by Infinite. Oh, and it looks like we've got a bit of a crash here. From Hypnotic Booch crashing out on that first corner. Very unlucky there. That's V1 Jord as well, having a bit of a spin out there. Very unlucky. Sector 2 looking to be a very, very prominent danger area now, I guess. We're going to the pits. Okay, we're going on to our first person onto the hot lap, followed by West Ditto, followed by Infinite. West Ditto really hoping to improve on that 1:27 time. You really can't go wrong with that time, can you? Very unlucky there for Slowest Kingers. Okay, West Ditto comes along and scores a 1:17.4, putting him 6th on the grid as it stands right now, and Infinite comes along with a 1:17.6, putting him 8th. Very unlucky there. V1 Jord starting his hot lap. Can he take second or first away from Callum and Mr. Theo? Would be very impressed to see that. comes in setting a time of a 1:16.4, just knocking Mr. Theo out. A very, very close lap time there. Caliber still staying on top, coming out to try and cement, I guess, that victory here. Infinite coming in, setting a 1:7, somewhat improving on that 1:17.9. Oh! Kraken having a bit of a spin on Sector 1. Very unlucky there. Pardon me, my folks. Looks to be Nemec Gurk on his outlap there, as we see. A lot of crashes out tonight, folks. Will the race repeat? Qualifying. Jordan unable to improve on that lap time. Qualifying is over, so everybody who was out has to go and do the lap of their lives here to try and beat SV Caliber. Infinite coming in here, shaving a few seconds off, but it won't be enough here. SV Caliber in validation, very unlucky, so the next person to come and set the lap time is Seated Prune on fresh softs. Can he do anything? Oh, we've had a bit of a crash here, and Nemec Gurk has crashed as well. Well, I say this is a very serious time for crashing out, I'm afraid. And Visitor's Prune has spun out. Very unlucky, facing away from the pit lane. Well, 2 crashes for the price of 1, I guess. V1 Jock into the pits also. Infinite trying to do something here. Can he do anything to take 7th? No, he does not. Very unlucky there. And now it's set in stone. SV Caliber first, V1 George second, Mr. Theo third. Nemec Gurk, I don't know if he'll be 4th or not. I think he will be because of the crash, but I don't know. TXH Kraken 5th, West Ditto 6th, Seated Prune 7th, Infinite 8th, Slowest Kingers and Hypnotic taking up the rear in 9th and 8th. Sorry, 9th and 10th. Well, SV Caliber showing his caliber here today, ironically, with the only person to set 1:15s in Sector 2 and 3. Very impressive. Again, very unlucky to Hypnotic Booch and Slowest Kingers, who crashed out before they could do any sort of impact on the qualifying. So, terminal damage and exceeding track limits. Not many problems here. Will anything come to part of this? Okay then, let's begin to start the race off, and we see here all the people coming down here. Start from the back, we've got Drowsy and RV8 at the back, ASUP, AMG Speeds taking up 17th and 18th, 16th Bucko, 15th Tommy Ladd, 14th Carson, 13th Infinite, 12th Danky Day, 11th Ross Wales, 10th Justona, 9th Hypnotic, 8th Slowest. I was hoping for good things from these three people here, but hopefully we'll see something good come out of the race here. 7th Prune, 6th Ditto, TSH Kraken, Nee McGurk and Mr. Theo, all on the mediums, taking up 5th, 4th and 3rd. V1 Jordan, SV Caliber sitting up top, 1st and 2nd on the softs. Now here we start here with the formation lap, SV Caliber leading the group. Will it stay like this for the race? I'll put a bit of a prediction down. I'm thinking here. Oh, it looks like Carson Arnold and Tommy Ladd bumped into one another. They shall be put back 14th and 15th on the grid with a bit of a cold tyres there. That's very unlucky. I'm predicting here 1st place SV Caliber, 2nd place V1 Jord, and 3rd, going out on a limb here to say Slowest Kingers. I think McLaren will do well tonight, but I don't know about the Williams. Hopefully V1 Jord can do something here. Okay. Coming on some predicted strategies here. Okay folks, all tyres have been warmed and toasted. Will they be able to do anything? Okay. Lights should be starting soon. Here they are. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and it's race time, folks. Off they go. AMG Speed had a jumped up start, and got a penalty already straight away. Stuff is kicking off here. It looks like going to first corner. Oh, we've took some damage here. We've taken some damage here from the back. It looks to be a crash here. Oh my god, the calamity. Oh, wow. Some serious crashes here from Carson Arnold. Infinite. Mr. Theo looking very upsetting here. Very, very unlucky here for certain people. AMG Speed's bringing it in 15th. Mr. Theo looking unable to carry on. He's been disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location. That's very unlucky. That's the 1st outing of the race. Just had a collision here. AMG Speeds looks like a bit of a collision with somebody at the back. Well then, Nee McGurk taking up 3rd place there, it looks like, with Westito also taking up 4th. SV Caliber and Bucko has had a severe collision with Infinite there. Look to have knocked them both off the track. Has any front wing damage happened? Infinite already taking front wing damage off from the previous bit. There we go. V1 Jord up into 1st. Caliber has dropped a few positions here, it looks like. Down into, well, it says he's 6th, but that's weird. Ross having to get to speeding in the pit lane. Things are having a bit of a glitch lobby, I guess, there, folks. V1 Jord taking over SV Caliber's position. Nemegurk following up in third. There we go, it's starting to fix itself. Let's get in there. Tommy Ladd, Bucko, Infinite, Ross Wales, and AMG Speeds all pitting. This looks to be a good race on our hands here, folks. After the carnage of first few laps, looks like a bit of a train up here now, it seems. Oh, and we've had a crash of Westito. He's ow, no, he's not. He's hold on, but a serious crash has happened there. Will he have lost any front wing? I'm saying so. He has lost his full front wing. That is very unlucky. He will also have to pit. Okay then. So we have a incident happening here. Ross Wales has spun. It's very unlucky. Okay, up at the front, V1 Jord and SVR Caliber. Oh, and we have another retire, and it's Drowsy and RV8 colliding. Up into Sector 1 here. No, into Sector 3. Try and find some camera on it. Of the incident. And looks to have brought out the safety car, the incident. As we can see here, both just must have collided coming out of the first corner, sorry, his last corner. Bringing out the safety car. Oh, and we have another crash here, and it's just Tonner crashing and damaging that front wing. He's very unlucky for the AlphaTauris here, both losing their front wings. Ace speeding under the safety car apparently now. Very unlucky, having to serve a drive-through penalty now. B1 Jord taking up first place here. Along with followed by SV Caliber, Nemec Gurk, Slowest Kingers, and Danky Day. There's your top 5, folks. Looks to be for Seated Prune. Weirdly in that position. Ah, there we go, it's sorting itself out, folks. Drowsy has left the session. Very unlucky for all. So far, 3 crashes have taken place. All very unlucky. We've lost V1 George, he's just pitted in. What will come out? He's coming out on the hards here, it looks like. Okay, looks like it's going to try and go for a long run here, folks. Right then, all starts to line back up here. It's a very good look for anybody who had any sort of front wing damage or anything like that. It's very lucky for them that this safety car came out. However, not very lucky for the people up in front. Nemec Gurk leading the pack here. Followed by Slowest Kingers, Danky Day, Seated Prune, and TXH Kraken. The McLaren's looking very good here right now. Will they be able to get a podium, both of them, or will Danky Day, Seated Prune, and Nemec Gurk take it from them? The grid is starting to fatten up, so to speak. A couple of stragglers just coming along. AMG Speeds still has that drive-through penalty to serve. Just on a DNFing here, it looks like. Didn't catch that one, I do apologise. Safety car is still out here. Okay, so while we've got a bit of time, let's have a look at those penalties, see what we've got here. So, we have AMG Speeds with a 5-second penalty. That will guess I'm going to be turned into a drive-through. Absolutely done when he drives into the pit lane. Acerp throwing a drive-through penalty. Tommy Ladd also got a 5-second. Ross Wales and Bucko, both the Red Bulls, also serving 5-second penalties. That is very unlucky. The Red Bull not doing well here. Okay, I think the safety car will be coming in on this lap. Hopefully we can go back to racing and get some more action-packed fun here. So far, four drivers out here. Mr. Theo at the start for staying still. Drowsy and RV8 crashing into one another at the end of the lap corner. And just Tonner B dying as the safety car was out weirdly, so must have slipped on one of the rumble strips. So far, Nemec Gurk in the lead. Can he hold it, or will Slowest Kingers be on him? It looks like the safety car's going out for another lap here. Very unlucky. Sure to God, it must be in this lap then. Nothing much happening as it stands right now. SV Caliber with a bit of a fall from grace here for pitting in for those SV1 Jordan, SV Caliber pitting both for those hards here, trying to go long. Hoping. Oh, and it's safety car in this lap. We will be back to racing soon enough. Thank God for that, because I was running out of things to talk about, folks. Nemec Gurk starting to slow down the grid maybe a little bit there. Warm up his tyres, get them all nice and toasty for racing. So, as it stands, Nemec Gurk, Slowest Kingers, Danky Day, Seated Prune, TXH Kraken, Hypnotic Booch, Carson Arnold, V1 Jord, and SVR Caliber and AMG Speeds is the top 10. After that, it goes West Ditto, Tommy Ladd, Infinite, and we're back to racing. Ross Wales, Acerb, and Booker. We're back to racing now, folks. It looks to be a hectic first corner here. Already, Slowest Kingers is starting to move in on Nemec Gurk. Can he hold him off? Looks to be all nice and safe so far. Oh, we're looking to have a bit of a takeover here. West Ditto and AMG Speed fighting for that 10th position here. Riding alongside him. Now AMG Speed should have the advantage here on the mediums, being on the faster tyre. But we all don't know, and Slowest Kingers has taken over Nemec Gurk. Nemec Gurk fighting that position back. Ross Wales taking up the rear here. Sorry, Booker taking up the rear. AMG Speed starting to drop away from West Ditto. And Booker has been done for corner cutting, by the looks of it. Oh, and Nemec Gurk has spun. Sector 3, I told you all, folks. Sector 3 is going to be a scary one. Going into that last bit there. That gives Slowest Kingers first place as it stands right now, doing exceptionally well. Looks to also have a bit of a spin here from Bucko. Really got a feel for the Red Bull team here, struggling. It's Alexander Albon all over again, folks. Very unlucky. Slowest Kings starting to make a bit of a position gap, which is very nice to see off him. Will my prediction be right? Only now is V1 Jordan, SVR caliber to get those podiums. Okey-doke. Let's have a look here. Tommy Ladd fighting with his... AMG Speed's fighting with West Ditto here for that number 9 position. And it looks like there's been another yellow lap here, and it looks to be Hypnotic, who has just spun out. Along with AMG Speed, very unlucky there, ripping also his front wing off. Slowest King is setting the fastest lap time here. Oh, we're there. Also, Neil McGurk spinning again in the same position. DRS has now been enabled though, folks, so it could be a bit more hectic here. This division right now is seriously spicing up here. Slowest King is with a serious lead here now, almost 5 seconds here. Very, very prominent here. Seated Prune and TXH Kraken in 3rd and 2nd as it stands right now. Apart from that, nothing much happening here. It looks like a bit of a fight here for... Oh, Bucko's been done again for the time penalties. Oh, and it looks like TXH Kraken has spun out and spun back straight in to try and have some sort of prominence in this person here. Okay, on to the last bit of Sector 3 here. This is normally where it'll make or break people. People being given the DRS. And it was like V1 Jord taking over Hypnotic here. He's on a bit of a prowl here, and along with SB Caliber leaving that door wide open, Hypnotic to let those two slip back in. This is heating up to be a very good fight here for the top 5. And it looks like West Ditto and Tommy Ladd are fighting for this 8th position, along with Ross Wales and Infinite coming in to see what scraps they can pick up here. Ross Wales with an amazing bit of comeback here. Oh, and as I said it, I do apologise, and that's a spin out for both Infinite and Ross Wales. Very unlucky. And it looks to be Slowest Kingers who has spun out here, losing his first place. It looks to be Carlson, Seated Prune, and V1 Jord all in podium spots right now. As Slowest King has taken on any front wing damage, yes, he's lost the whole damn thing. Looks to be a bit of DRS opening here. V1 Jord is all over Carson Arnold. Can he make something from this? Again, apologising for the audio issues we're having here. That's just F1 as it stands right now. Bucko again, more penalties. Let's have a look at the penalties right now. So far, 14 seconds in penalties, Bucko. Not very good. Nima Gurk taking the fastest time on those softs. He's trying to push back here, get himself into the points as the grid starts to split up here. It's the one thing about Spain, very, very quickly you'll see a change in the grid. And it looks like a fight here for these podium spots is starting to arise. Hypnotic Booch, SVI Caliber, V1 Jord and Carson Arnold all wanting this podium. And it looks to be Bucco here who's spun out. Carson Arnold has to take it a bit wide there. V1 Jord and SVI Caliber coming in here. All being given DRS. And that's it, V1 Jord with a lovely taking over, making it look easy. Ross Wales up to 7th after that bit of spin. It looks at Niemet Gurk and Slowest Kingers are battling here for 12th. Can they do anything with it? Niemet Gurk's losing on that corner, a bit too tight there by the looks of it. Again, back to this battle for first. Hypnotic starting to trail off a little bit, not enough though to lose that DRS. Carson Arnold on V1 Jord as well, again losing it. SVR Caliber taking it over here. Carson Arnold takes defensive actions, very impressive here. Bit of a bump there, maybe a bit of damage to front wing here. Okay. Looks to be a yellow flag where there's not even a car in it now. That's pretty weird. Let's have a check on Bucco, who's hit the wall. Nothing much to shout about right now, folks. Carson Arnold pitting, getting off of those softs I believe he was on, and goes into a fresh pair of mediums. Bucco again given another time penalty. V1 Jord and SVR Caliber, 2/3 of my podium prediction, are in first and second on the hards as well, so these guys can go a lot longer than third and fourth, who are just trying to reclaim something. Tommy Ladd here being given a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, I believe. Niemet Gurk taking over just before the pit lane. It stands right now 4 drivers out. Sorry, make that be 5, 6 drivers out. Danky Day and Bucco both crashing out. Maybe a collision here. Safety car been brought out once again. Very unlucky here. That safety cars have giving a lot more money. There's going to be a lot more fuel used. V1 Jord pits here. Looking, along with SVR Caliber and Hypnotic, all top 3 are pitting here. This could be their saviour here. Are they looking to go on the mediums maybe, or the hards again? As we see here so far, a serious amount of tyre changes here. That was weird, folks. Once. Okay then, Tommy Ladd leading on 11 lap tyres, mediums. Should he be pitting? A lot of people have pitted on that little option there they had. Tommy Ladd the only person not to. Now in first. Ross Wales looks like to crash out here. Very unlucky for Ross Wales here. So far, SVR Caliber and V1 Jord and Tommy Ladd all first, second and third. A lot of people on fresh or very, very unused tyres. AMG Speeds and Acer both on slightly used hards. Hopefully they can find some sort of form here and put themselves into the points. But it looks to be another round of the safety car. Ross Wales obviously crashing out, being 14th now. Very unlucky for him. Okay, then we've got a bit of time. We'll have a look at the penalties. Tommy Ladd on 8 seconds of penalties there. Slowest King is on 10 seconds of penalties. Wes Ditto on 5 and Acer on 3. Tell you what, Slowest King is going to have to really work those penalties off if he wants to get rid of them. Well, Tommy Ladd with his 8 seconds, that's going to be very difficult. Very surprised Tommy Ladd hasn't pitted yet, being on, I think it's a 12 lap, yeah, 12 lap softs here. Obviously very good at managing his tyre wear, I guess. Most of, well, all of the lobby are on very low worn tyres now. Will the safety car be in? No. We'll find out shortly with an announcement. Lap 15 out of 33. Almost halfway in, pretty much. Safety car being in this lap, that'll be back to racing then. Tommy Ladd on the very worn mediums. What will he be able to do here? Everyone else beginning to warm their tyres up here, by the looks of it. AMG Speeds, by the looks of it, spinning out maybe. Very unlucky for him tonight. Was expecting good things and has not happened. And another problem there. What's going on? And it's back to racing speed now. Here we go. Instantly, V1 Jord closing in on Tommy Ladd. Will he go for the move on this first corner? He will, and he succeeds with a good sliding there. But Tommy Ladd is not trying to fight, let him go easily. Door's been opened and Caliber goes in, but Caliber spins out by the looks of it, goes onto the track. Saves it though and goes back onto tarmac. Slowest King is going around on the outside of him. And it looks like Carson Arnold going to be taking on Tommy Ladd. Will he be able to do anything? Also TSH Kraken spinning out. Very unlucky for this, folks. Tommy Ladd starting to lose seconds to V1 Jord. What will be happening here? And it looks like Carson Arnold going on the outside trying to take him over. But after all that's gone wide and lost his position to Slowest Kingers and SVR Caliber. That's very unlucky. And that's up to Hypnotic here to try and take back Tommy Ladd's position. Can he do it? Activate that ERS, but looks to be too far away here on that exit out of that corner. SVR Caliber looking for a move here to try and bring him back into those podium spots. After V1 Jord is running away with it right now, can he put a stop to it? Bit of a late break there and lovely on the inside there to take 4th place. SVR Caliber is looking very, very prominent here and takes 3rd with another inside lane, using those elbows and showing them who's boss. Gurk and Carson, both the Haas coming up on infinite here. And ASAP has been given a time penalty here by the looks of it. Very unlucky for him. AMG Speed coming around that corner there. TSH Kraken at the back. V1 George running away with it realistically, and SVI Caliber's coming on closer, but Tommy closes the gap, stopping any sort of move. That's not SVI Caliber's way though. He's still pushing on, wanting to take over from Tommy Ladd. Tommy Ladd so far has taken all of Mont. DRS has now been enabled. And he's taking it on the side, and a lovely overtake here. Tommy Ladd being brought down to third with Hypnotic looking for the move here. It looks like, oh, SVI Caliber has spun and crashed out along with West Ditto. The two have crashed into the side barrier there. Very, very unlucky. Carson Arnold pitting there for some new tyres, but very unlucky. The man who had been the fastest out of all the qualifying, started pole, has now crashed out 11th. Very, very unlucky for the Ferrari here. But it looks so far that all the racers have to do is just finish, and only one of them will finish without, all of them will finish with points tonight. V1 George running away with it, but it looks to be safety car being released here. Carson Arnold being given a penalty drive through here, a speeding under the safety car. Going quite slow, weirdly. So AMG Speeds, 9th right now, trying to wade his way back into higher points here. Struggling to do. And it looks like Tommy Ladd pitting for a fresh pair of tyres after 15 laps, very, very well of them. And the safety car is out and waiting for V1 George. This could give Slowest Kingers his position here. Remember, he has to work off 10 seconds of penalties, as we can see right here. AMG Speed not got a single penalty. I'm guessing he's took him out on the pit lane. Tommy Ladd and Aesop and Nemec Gurk all giving penalties as well. Looks just mild corner and cutting ones though. But amazingly, a lot of people writing off this race as SV Caliber's win now turning into his worst nightmare as he's crashed out to 12th. Very unlucky for him. The grid all starting to form back up together, and it looks like AMG Speeds had another problem maybe or something. Starting, he was originally 9th, but now he's back down to 11th. I wonder what happened there, folks. No clue, but the grid is now back together. I'm afraid though that the safety car is going to have another lap here. I tell you, I've had many safety cars tonight. A mass amount of incidents, as we can see here. Jesus. It looks to be V1 George right now. On the mediums. Slowest King is closing behind him on the hards, and Carson Arnold the only person out on the softs. Hope this guy will be into now, because I'm running out of things to talk to about again. This safety car is really ruining my commentary of this race so far. 20 laps in, 13 laps to go almost. Will anyone bring out a shock surprise to take down V1 George off his podium pole position right now. All will be taking the win. This commentator thinks V1 Jord will have it all tonight, but that's just my speculation. Now will V1 Jord push his tyres to the end, or pit for some softs near the end of it, or will Slowest Kingers? It's a good question for most of these drivers here. What will happen here with 13 laps to go? Will they try and just push their part-worn tyres, or will they pit for some fresher new ones and hope for another safety car? Okay, it's safety car in. V1 Jord getting ready, and we're back to racing speed now, folks. V1 Jord with a good start. Slowest Kingers also on him. Hypnotic had a less of a good one. Really pushing that engine by the sounds like, Jesus Christ. Tommy Lad coming in very fast there. Okay then. Nothing happening yet. Oh, it looks ahead. Nemec Gurk overtaking Tommy Lad here. A very good play on the inside. Still fighting with City Prune, still fighting with Tommy as well. And it looks to be very unlucky right now for the Mercs. Carson Arnold on the inside of him, and now both Mercedes are now last place. Both of them bringing up last. Very unlucky. I have someone go off here. It is Nemec. No, it's me. Carson Arnold here. Very unlucky. MG Speed given another time penalty. That is not what he needs right now, especially fighting for points. V1 Jord and Slowest Kingers starting to form a bit of a gap away from the rest of the grid. Hypnotic in his own little world, whereas THH Kraken starting to fight with ASIP for that 4th position. That Ferrari has no more. His teammates crashed out, who was looking to take pole today and lead the whole race. It's crashed out. It's all on his shoulders now. Will he be able to do it? Carlson a bit far back now. Tommy Lad coming out on some fresh mediums here. V1 Jordan, Slowest King is still taking a stupendous lead right now as it stands. The middle of the pack, starting with ASIRP, THH Kraken, ASIRP, Infinite, Nemec Gurk, and Visited Prune mainly in the middle blob there. But Hypnotic, Slowest Kingers, and V1 Jordan starting to pull away. V1 Jordan, Slowest Kingers especially, but Hypnotic is also starting to put some distance between him and 4th. Can Kraken respond here? DRS has now been enabled. ASIRP is on the back of Kraken, along as Infinite and Nemec Gurk. This is a very tight bit here. Can they do anything here? It is looking very tight as we're going to his first corner here. ASIRP still holding on to that 5th position. Nemec Gurk pushing, and oh, a bit of a snap there by the looks of it. But held well by ASIRP. Nemec Gurk still pushing along. Infinite just going on over to Prune. AMG Speed taking up the rear right now as it looks of this bit of blob and trying to get some DRS and snake into more points here. Here we go again. Kraken pulling up a bit of distance now between him and ASIRP. The DRS opening. It looks to be some good taking of positions here. Nemec Gurk on the gearbox of ASIRP right now. Can he take over here? Still fighting. ASIRP gone wide here though. Nemec Gurk slides in, leaving an open door open for Infinite as well, who hits on the grass though, forcing Visited Prune to slam on the brakes there to avoid a collision. Slowest King is setting the fastest lap right now on those hard. Very impressive. Not much going on here on that top 2 right now. getting closer, and soon, maybe a couple of laps, I'm going to say, they'll be getting ready for a fight. First place. But as it stands right now, Nemec Gurk in 5th. Very impressed. As the full race goes, it's V1 Jordan in 1st. Slowest Kingers in 2nd. Hypnotic Booch in 3rd. Kraken in 4th. McGurk in 5th. Acerp 6th. Infinite 7th. The Seated Prune 8th. AMG Speeds 9th. Carson Arnold 10th. Tommy Ladd 11th. Very far back as well from the grid. I think he's hoping for a safety car here by the looks of it. Because if not, he's going to be screwed over. V1 Jord and Slowest Kingers closing in together. And it looks like we've got a bit of a spin here from Acerp. Spinning off the side of that corner and crashing and spinning away. Oh, removing the rest of that front wing there. Very unlucky, giving Carson Arnold and AMG Speeds a free pass. Now Infinite taking up 6th here, trying to close back in on Nemec Gurk. Looks like DRS being opened here. He does not though. Hypnotic's being closed on down by Kraken now, along with Nemec Gurk, on his own little world as it stands. Seated Prune overtaking Infinite though. Infinite being done for another time penalty. AMG Speeds on the back of this little blob, it looks to be. Oh, and we've got an Acerp split out again. This is very, very unlucky. Even Tommy Ladd overtaking him now. Again though, Slowest Kingers and Slowest Kingers and V1 Jord very, very far from everybody else. But Kraken and McGurk on the back of Hypnotic here. So it looks like we have a couple battles going on along here. V1 Jordan Slowest Kingers for 1st. It looks like Hypnotic, Kraken and McGurk 4th, 3rd and 4th here. And Prune, Infinite and Speeds here for that 6th and 7th position here. They do not want to be last. A couple good battles here, and it looks to be Nemec Gurk closing in on Kraken. Can he do it here? He does. Nemec Gurk takes the position. Infinite also taking over Seated Prune here. Speeds at the back of that, not being able to do much here. Hypnotic now under attack from Nemec Gurk here. It looks to be Infinite starting to pull away from the rest of the group of FaceTime and Speeds. Speeds also looking to close in on Seated Prune here. Nemec Gurk really starting to push on Hypnotic Booch here. Gonna get DRS in a minute. Can he do something with it here and stop Hypnotic from taking that last podium place? Or will Kraken have something to say about it? Hypnotic with a fresh bit of DRS. Booch is out of the ERS, and it's an easy takeover from Nemec Gurk into that final podium position here. AMG Speeds overtaking Seated Prune as well. A lovely overtake. Carlson bringing up a bit of the rear. Tommy and Acerp much struggling for any sort of points here. It looks like a lot of this is going to rest. A lot of the rest of this big battles here are going to rest on Nemec Gurk, Hypnotic and Kraken, all wanting this final podium position here. Slowest Kingers starting to move in on V1 Jord as well. This is going to be a very exciting battle. V1 Jord running out of ERS here. Slowest Kingers had a good half tank full. Hypnotic also closing in on Nemec Gurk, and Kraken closing in on Hypnotic. And it looks like our gaps here of Infinite AMG Speeds and Seated Prune are closing in on Hypnotic and Kraken, only a couple seconds away. And here we go for our another bit of DRS, but it also looks here to be, oh, it's a lovely overtake from Slowest Kingers to take first place. Now, then again, though, folks, remember, he does have those 10 seconds of penalties, as we can see here. And the refresh on those penalties. Very unlucky. Slowest King has been given another penalty. That is not what he needs right now. He's going to struggle within 5 laps to clear 13 seconds away from V1 Jord. It is going to be impossible, almost. Can V1 Jord just stay with him and keep the pressure on, forcing him to make more mistakes and slow down and maybe even just take those positions away from him if he's in that penalty zone? AMG Speed starting to drop away from Infinite by the looks of it here. Infinite closing in on the little blob here of Nemec Gurk, Hypnotic Booch, Kraken and Infinite now. A nice little blob. Slowest King is setting another fast lap here. Still not fast enough to clear away from V1 Jord. Pushed into this corner quite good. Gets a better exit though, but still does not do any better. And it looks to be Kraken all over the back of Infinite now, that even though Infinite's taken it over recently. Must have missed that one, I do apologise. Oh, and someone, an AMG Speed has gone off. Very unlucky here. Lucky to survive though. Can he keep his distance now? Carlson being very, very far away from the grid and just come back into it, but him not. Who is that? V1 Jord. V1 Jord has spun out here, causing him to lose so much time here. It looks to have taken front wing damage as well. He's crashing, and he's crashed out! The man who was leading the race for almost all of it has now crashed out. This, folks, is stupendous. That has pretty much handed Slowest Kingers the win here on the 29th lap. It wasn't looking very good for him at all with those 13 seconds in penalties. He has now, through the luck of V1 Jord crashing out, taken first place and guaranteed it now almost. But Nemec Gurk has something to say about that as well though. Taking 11 seconds in. Can he do this? Nemec Gurk also given positions, taking a slight penalty of 3 seconds. So it looks to be, if he can get in position changes, any sort of position changes, the interval there, words are not very good for right now. Any sort of time difference between Slowest Kingers and Nemec Gurk of 10 seconds, Nemec Gurk will have it. But is Slowest Kingers going to try and break off and just distance himself from Nemec Gurk? Hypnotic also looking under threat from THH Kraken and Infinite right now. AMG. Sorry there folks, my mic disconnected slightly. Oh, we have a spin out there. Looks to be Tommy. Very unlucky for him again. But just passing 10th puts him into the points. Slowest King with a massive bit of room. Really forcing it now. Trying to collect any distance in the last few laps here. Infinite Kraken making a lovely overtake there, draining his ERA. He's never gone a serious bit of charge and defend here from Infinite now. As Hypnotic is still third here. Can Kraken have anything to do with taking that final podium position from his hands? folks, we will be interviewing the first person who wins the race tonight, and it looks to be right now Slowest Kingers, who's 12 seconds now in front of Liam McGurk. That looks to be very unlucky. If only Liam McGurk hadn't taken those penalties, he would have still been in a chance here of, oh never mind, of winning this race, but it looks to be all over here. Acer being almost given the blue flag here soon. Looks to be a battle still going on between him and Infinite and Kraken. Kraken started to save up some of this DRS, but Infinite is blowing all his now, being given DRS as well, should be giving up a stupendous bit of power here. Kraken going into a defensive position here, and looks to have tapped the back end of Kraken. But Kraken has now used up all of his ARS, and Infinite is starting to smell blood in the water. Can he do it? Remember also, he has 3-second penalties Infinite, so he's going to have to seriously hope that Seated Prune does not take out anyone in front of him. But it is looking pretty good right now. AMG Speed's taking the fastest lap of the race, taking that away from Slowest Kingers. Really just trying to make sure that he gets some sort of good points here. Ace Hope going wide on that last corner there by the looks of it to let Nemec go through. Carlson also going wide by accident, I'm going to guess. Giving Seated Prune 6th place. Oh, and Carlson's gone wide here and spun himself. Has he also lost that gearbox? Here we are looking at Slowest Kingers on his final lap here, looking to have succeeded in the win and got the race win here, but it looks to have Kraken has spun and he's just jeopardized, and Infinite has crashed out, trying to avoid or having a bit of a collision with Infinite. Very unlucky for him at that moment in time. So that gives Kraken 5th place. His Seated Prune is now pushed up to 4th, giving the Aston Martin more points now. This is seriously starting to heat up here in these last burning embers here of the race. Slowest King is coming in on his final lap, closing the last few sessions of it, and now it is all over. Slowest Kingers, winner of the race. Nemec Gurk bringing in 2nd. Very impressive 2nd here. Hypnotic Booch also bringing in a very impressive 3rd, and it looks for those to be the podium places right now. Okay, we'll now start looking up at Slowest Kingers once the lap's over. AMG Speed taking over Carson here. The race is still on for some people, folks. 6th place here. Can he hold on to it though? That's the question. Both on softs here. Carlson on the worn tyres. The Warner tyres. Or worn tyres, I'll go with that. Very unlucky though for Infinite to have crashed out. That is now, so far 6th place is guaranteed here. Carson Arnold now passing at 7th place. We will now look to get the interview of Slowest Kingers. Okay, and we're now here for the interview with 1st place. Slowest, welcome to the party. Congratulations on your win. Would you, oh, he's connecting. Have a celebratory win there. Oh yeah, mate, would you mind including your audio in the stream, please? Thank you very much. And so welcome, congratulations on your win. How did you feel going into Q3 after having that crash? What was on your mindset there? So you weren't even expecting it there, expecting a win. Crikey. How did you feel starting to when you were second place and you had 13 seconds of penalties? What was going through your mindset there of trying to push for a podium, or were you going for the race win there and knowing that you could do it still?
I'd got the 10 seconds removed, so it was just the 3 seconds. I had to try and pull 3 seconds on Jord, but he was just sticking with me, and then he dropped it, and then might as well just push for the 13 seconds overall, so I don't have to get him removed. It was good. It was good. I shouldn't have dropped it in the first stint. I was leading by like 7 seconds, and then I put it in the barrier.
It was very, very unlucky to watch.
Yeah, a little bit rusty.
We're just talking about you and you were, but with this now, that should put you nice and high in the podium. Sorry, in the points so far.
I hope so.
How do you feel going to our next race, by the way, of Monaco? Are you nervous? Are you worried at all?
I'm not a fan of Monaco, not at all.
No?
Nah.
Who was your biggest challenge tonight, we'll go with?
Well, towards the end it was obviously George, but McGurk was within that 13 seconds for most of the end.
Oh yeah, it was very, very close.
Yeah, it was. I had to push very hard to get out of that. That was a good fun race.
And how do you feel moving on into the championship now, into the whole Drivers' Championship? How do you feel moving onto and how your chances are at winning this whole thing?
We'll see how it goes. There's some quick drivers. You got AMG
Who do you think your biggest threat so far at the end?
Qualifying, I can't remember who it was now off the top of my head, but he was rapid.
Caliber.
Yeah, he was rapid.
Yeah, it was very, very surprising to after the man who had led the whole race.
Yeah.
In qualifying, crashing out very suspendedly.
With some quick drivers.
Yeah. Can I get a closing statement on you?
I'm happy with that race. It was good fun. It was enjoyable.
Okay, dokes. Thank you very much, mate.
No worries, mate.
Hope to see you again sometime. And that's all, folks. We do wish everybody the best of luck. Very surprising to see how everything went. A few crashes and a few lucky wins. Can we get anything else? All we have to do now is wait for Monaco and see what next becomes. I've been in RX Storms.